Hey, what's up guys? This is Mr. Surplus Nut. Bring you a review on the holster that I purchased for my Glock 20 SF, and I just want to show you guys the best holsters that I think they're out in the market right now for any Glock. Is the a retention holster, just like the Black Hawk Serpa holster, but at a much economical price. You don't have to spend a whole lot for it, and that, to me, to my knowledge, is the best one out there. Okay, so right now we're gonna go ahead and get into it. I got here my Glock 20 SF, and we're gonna be doing like a little review on these holsters just to show you guys. I purchased this Glock 20 now it's been about a week since I got it, and just to show you guys, the magazine's full. I'm gonna remove it for now just to show you that there's nothing on the chamber. Chamber's empty. Okay, I'm gonna put it back in there, but I'm not gonna rock the slider, get it, you know, loaded or anything. And just to show you guys the two holsters, the one for the actual gun and the one for the two spare magazines that I have for this Glock. Now, why did I decide to go with the same holsters? Because these are the holster that I gave it a shot at buying when I purchased my Glock 21 SF, my 45 caliber, and my holster has the not the holster, the Glock 21 SF has the Picatinny rail on the bottom here. And now that I purchased this one, I can tell that it's actually the same holster, because when I holster this gun on the one for my 21 SF, I noticed that it fits the same way, because both guns are the same size. The only thing that changes actually is the magazine capacity, as far as one being a 45, which is a much little fatter and stubby bullet than the regular 40 caliber, not 40, 10 millimeter, okay, which is on the which uses the is the round that the Glock 20 fires, the 10 millimeter. It's just a 40 caliber bullet, and the casing is much taller than your regular 40. That's what the 40 is. It's just a neck down 10. So the only thing that changes from the Glock 20 SF to the Glock 21 SF is basically the magazine. Magazines are the same. It's just the internal of the magazine has, you know, a thicker well to be able to feed the 45 ACP rounds into the actual gun. But I tried the holster that I had on my Glock 21 SF and noticed that this gun fits perfect. Now, these people are so smart, I-TAC, that they designed the holster whether this one holster fits basically the 21 SF and the Glock 20 SF. Even if you were to get the Glock 21 SF, the one that doesn't have your standard Glock rail, but has the Picatinny rail or Weaver rail, whichever you want to call it, pretty much they look the same. It'll still fit. They've made this gun holster that it'll fit whether you have your standard Glock rail for a light or a laser, whatever, or your Picatinny. It'll still fit this holster. So basically, let's get into the holster right now. This is the I-TAC, okay, I-TAC retention rotor holster, okay, retention That's what it says here. I-TAC. It's the company is called I-TAC Defense. They're made in Israel, and it's that's what it says out here. Retention rotor paddle holster. Okay, and it's got it says here. Let me read you some of the features. Okay, it says comfortable contour fits holster. Fit holster is positioned to where your trigger finger normally rests at the ready. Fully adjustable for cant. Rotates 360 degrees for every application. Small or back, cross, draw, etc. Adjust with simple Allen key. Right hand models only. Okay, and it's got their website in the back, which is www.itacdefense.com. I went to their website, but actually their for whatever reason it's more expensive to get this holster or the mag holster through them than going through Midway or any other seller. What I would suggest for you guys, because every place they're gonna have different sales and different prices at different times, so I don't want to tell you where I purchased this one. To be honest with you, I just kind of like went into the internet and just put in there I-TAC Defense rotor holster, paddle holster, whatever, for the type of gun you want it, and you're gonna have a bunch of stuff pop up there in Google's, and just search around and find out who has the best price, and so you can get the best deal. And then on the back here it tells you which one which one fits what gun in the back. Okay, so they make them for the Taurus 24/7 and 9mm and 40 Smith & Wesson. They make them for the Springfield XD 9, 40 and 45. They make them for the Smith & Wesson M&P 9 and 40. They make them for the H and K 45 ACP, the 9mm, the 40 Smith & Wesson, and they make them for, obviously, for all, it says here, all 1911s. Also, they make them for the Glock 17, 19, 20, 21, 26. And maybe that's what this says in the back. So, I mean, I'm sure they might have it for more models. But to be honest with you, I've checked the Phobos and all type of holsters. And I don't like the way those holsters grips the gun, because they work, the way they work is that how they retain your gun in those holsters is by putting pressure on both sides of the slide. So with time, by you holstering the gun in and out, you're gonna start putting wear on your slide. Okay, you're gonna start putting wear on your slide, and it's just gonna do the same job as if you were using a leather holster. Okay, those are the worst one for leather holster, like the Galcos and the Safaris. You gotta be careful with those because they have an extremely tight fit. And as you guys know, or maybe you don't, leather is also used for polishing work. So by you having a real snug fit on your gun with a leather holster, even though Glocks on their slide, Glock uses one of the most durable finishes that there is out there in the market for handguns, but still I've seen some Glocks that with time it'll tend to lose the finish, you know, to start showing some wear. So basically I wanted to pick a holster that will give me the least contact between the actual gun or top of the slide once you holster the gun or you pull it out of the holster. And the ones that I found, I checked the Phobos, and that one hugs the gun. You know, you also have, it has a screw with an Allen key that you tie it, and it hugs the top of the gun. And every time you slide it in and out, it's like you constantly have friction between your slide and that. So I tried many others. I haven't really gotten around to try the Serpa, the Black Hawk, because I mean those are expensive, and I'm not just gonna buy a holster to test it or whatever. But you know, from what I've heard and stuff, And it just happens to be that at the gun shop where I purchased my Glock 21 SF, they had this one, and I tried it, and I mean, you can really see that the only thing that retains the gun is the actual trigger release. You know, that's how it retains the actual gun in there. It holds the trigger guard in place, and there's very little contact between your slide and your actual holster, and at the same time it secures it in place. So that's one of the things you need to look. I mean, if you want to keep your Glock looking new, or trying to keep the finish nice as long as possible. If you don't care having a gun that shows wear, then I guess go with any holster. But I will stay away from holsters that are leather and that they really give you a real snug fit around the slide of your gun and all that. So basically, right now, this is the one for the gun itself. We're gonna pull it out of here, and I also ordered, which I'm going to include it in this video, I ordered the Serpa, I don't know, it's not the Serpa, the Gentra, that's the word, the Gentra plug to put it on my Glock, okay? And I just want to show you what comes in here when you take it out. You take it out of your, regular packing that comes in. We're going to put this aside, and all you get is your holster. Okay, really nice. Okay, they make this thing really, like really tall here in case you want to put night sights. It will not interfere with any of the night sights on the market right now. And look inside how glossy that is. And I'm going to show you guys a little trick on how to check out, when you go purchase a holster for a Glock. But look how the finish in there, how glossy it is. I mean, they took their time with this holster, and they really did a good job. I mean, nothing will scratch the finish on your Glock on this one. So when you open it, basically it comes out like this, okay? And it's gonna come with the Allen key that you're gonna stick it through this hole right where you have the trigger release that releases the retention on the gun. And you're gonna stick it through there, and you're gonna adjust the screw that's in there. It's like an Allen key screw, and we're gonna do that in a little bit. You open it to adjust it, whether you want the holster to be canted. See how I got the Allen key in there? Whether you want the holster to be straight up. See the paddle? Right now the holster fits like straight up, like straight. And I don't like it like that. I like it canted just a tad. And I'm gonna show it to you guys how we're gonna finish it. But we're gonna come back and do another video to this, because I want you guys to really check this out. I think it's the best holster in the market right now for Glocks, and they're made very well. They're made in Israel, okay, and they are extremely high quality. I mean, the way the finish on it, you gotta see these things in person. I mean, the material, I mean, it's so nice to finish. They actually has the same type of finish, being that it's plastic, as your Glock slide. It looks identical. If you put it next to each other, it looks just identical. So we're gonna come back to this, and we're gonna continue on this.